Makin versus KivA. All right. KivA, who is the white Protoss. And Makin is the purple Terran. So, back to PvP, or excuse me, back to PvT. Haven't seen in a little while. And the map is Fighting Spirit, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Indeed it is. Alright. So, Makin versus KivA. I haven't heard of KivA, so this player is new for me. Makin is correct. The winner of this is qualified automatically. The loser still has a shot, but needs to win their next game to qualify. Makin's 8-0. We knew he was 3-0, but I did not know about his results beforehand. Will Makin be able to pull off the Elegant and go 10-0 in his group?
Did Elegant go 10-0?
Elegant went 10-0.
Wow.
And he looked really good in his games.
What race does he play? Protoss?
He plays Protoss. Dude.
That makes me proud being a Protoss.
Dude, he had the sickest game versus Plus. Plus was a Zerg player, +5.
Did he win against Plus?
Yeah,
I mean,
he
you
went
have
in
to
now.
then, right?
He won them all.
Wow, good job.
Versus Plus. Plus goes 5 pool. Elegant goes 9-9 gate. After seeing the 5 pool, Elegant abandons the 9 gate and goes Sare Reaver.
Wow, okay.
And wins. Cause he's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, my opponent's going 5 pool? Better get +1 for my Corsairs. And he did. And it worked.
Yeah, I believe you.
That game was all the games I casted of Elegant was just a series of, why are you doing this? Oh, it worked. Oh, okay then.
Damn, Sally, I missed that.
It was great.
Good games.
God, the people who are looking for good games from last week's cast, I recommend every Elegant game. Every Elegant game was awesome. Alright. So, Makin getting his factory. Excuse me. Looks like last game we didn't quite see. Did he? I can't actually remember whether he went for Expo or whether he went for factory first against Protoss on Jade. Either way, he is going Siege Expand this time. No forward barracks. Probably no double bunker.
Yeah, both are doing a fast expansion, so we probably we're going to see a macro game.
We do have the command center down for Makin. At the high ground, KivA though, KivA's starting. That's a pretty normal timed command center for Makin in terms of builds. KivA is going to be really fast here, especially with no goon presence. It would be susceptible to a 2-fact or another build that's very aggressive, but since that's not what Makin's doing, KivA should be able to come out with an advantage here. Alright, Goon trying to get the last shot off on the SCV. There we go, SCV goes down. And it's continuing to pump out Goons from the gateway. Is KivA finished with range? Or is KivA not started with range?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. KivA's now getting the Robo and still has 200 gas in the bank. Is it possible to have another 150? Including
Yeah, I'm
all the
pretty sure he has it now, but I think we see anyway now when the Terran attacks.
About to find out. KivA is playing it very defensively. It's a dangerous position for Protoss. Yeah, that does look like range.
Yeah.
So that's gonna certainly help with this attack. Trying to lay mines down. One mine gets picked off.
Mine sniping.
Two mines get picked off. Not going to make a difference. And Makin does not have enough stuff here to really affect anything. Ooh, smart from KivA. KivA remembering that mines were laid down and that he only picked off 2 of them. But now the Dragoons are stepping forward once again, trying to snipe the tank. They do snipe the tank. And almost sniped the Vulture. 5 health remaining. Yet all of the mines except for 1. And that defense could not have gone any better for KivA.
No, that was perfect.
Man. Alright. So, Observatory on the way. Not going to be seeing a Reaver this game, most likely. As the Observers have just started. Looks like Vulture Speed has just finished. Correct? No. That must have been Siege Mode. Wait, does Makin... I guess Makin really didn't get Siege Mode until just now. Alright. So...
Oh, that's risky.
Yeah. Alright. So, more gateways being added for KivA, and the Citadel now being added as well. In terms of base layout, I also like KivA's layout. You have a pylon wall dividing your base in half. On one side you have gateways, on one side you have tech. Never the two shall meet. Pretty sick.
One thing again, this is the last time I'm going to cry about it. I don't get why the Protoss isn't building more gateways again. He has like so much money, his suspension is running, so he should at least have 2 more gateways, maybe even 3 to 4, in order to build enough units. But yeah, probably wouldn't be bad at this point. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be, well, okay, he's adding gateway number 5 now. He's adding gateway number 6, presumably. There we go, gateway number 6 now. Yeah.
I think that's fine. I think that's fine, gateway. He could have gotten away with the gateways a little bit earlier, but he did want to get that fast arbiter tech down. Yet and you're right, he did have enough money for both. If he was playing absolutely perfectly, he would have started those a little bit earlier, but it's really not going to be too much of a detriment. He now has to worry about Makin moving out once again. And Makin, again, he's finding himself in the... He's going to be playing a PvT where he just kind of ninjas his way up to Protoss's front door.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I don't know why Makin is so sneaky. But Makin, the sneakiest of Terrans here. Unfortunately, he did not bring a big enough army to really deal with this many goons, and now Makin, one cowardly tank will flee while all of his other units die. I'm surprised KivA didn't push it. There were a couple mines there, maybe it just wasn't worth it, just had to take out those last 2 tanks. But he's still just going to allow Makin to have his position, now going for it. The Zealots do go down immediately, he needs to be targeting the tanks, not the mines! The tanks! The tanks! Oh, he's not attacking with all of his units. Now the Dragoons are coming in. There's another tank coming up. Is it going to be enough? It looks like it... Ooh, it's going to be close. It's gonna be close. Makin, the player who, on match point, refused to use siege mode against the Hydralisks. Now all of his siege tanks are in siege mode. And the
Black speed is up, and I don't think he can handle this push right now by the Protoss.
It's gonna be difficult. You should probably put the Sage Tank up here on this high ground. That makes it very difficult for Protoss to get through, just because it's such a hard thing for the Protoss to attack. But the speed lots do help with that. Pushing the tank back into a corner, the tank goes down, the Goons are following up, and it looks like the Dragoons are just going to be rallied into the base. One Dragoon getting stuck behind, trying to take out the engineering bay, now moving. Good move by KivA there to notice that one of his units was stuck, and now moving it in. Makin finally sieging his tanks up on that high ground that I was talking about earlier. That's where his tanks need to be, and those tanks will be too much for the Protoss to handle. The Protoss are going to have to back up. I think the Protoss can sneak down here, though. I think the Protoss shouldn't give up completely, but should try to make something happen and pick off some extra SCVs. Alright. So, the Arbiter Tribunal is finally done, and he will be getting an Arbiter. Stasis also on the way, so that's obviously going to help out a lot. It's still, though, a 2-base Arbiter. I think I'd like to see KivA expand. He's been at about 500...
that was just the suck which were in my head right now.
He's been at about 500 minerals for most of this game. So it's like he perpetually has the money to do it. It's just a matter of whenever he feels safe about doing it. It looks like he's going to be doing it now, as the probe's getting ready. There we go. Nexus does go down.
He's building a shuttle, so I'm wondering what he will do with that, if he just decides to load a couple of Zealots in it or want to use it later in order to drop some High Templars into the fight.
It's got to be for Zealots. He's not making any High Templar, and he's not researching Storm. So it definitely looks like Zealot bombs.
Yeah, you're right.
KivA making a pylon wall, and then canceling one to allow the Goon through. Remaking it. I mean, that Dragoon. The Dragoon's paying for the valet parking. He's like, no, I don't want to walk around. Walking around is for the poor. I will pay the 12 minerals to cancel the pylon. Wouldn't want to use up all that Dragoon gasoline. Or something. So, KivA, with his first Arbiter, now feels comfortable about moving out. This is typically a very nice time for Protoss to try to make something happen. He's going to take out a couple of things up on this high ground, stopping Terran from getting a third base. Certainly a daunting task to try to stop Terran from taking a third base on Fighting Spirit, but the longer you can do it, the better. A lot of Vultures moving out, and we're going to see some good Vulture harass here as the probes are transferring through! Only 4 of them, though. It's only transferring 4 probes, and he actually turns them around, so not going to lose any of them. Ooh, that Zealot. Very nice. But now the probes are coming back. Doesn't matter, there's not any Vultures to punish it. As if to taunt Makin, and it failed Vulture harass. Getting a second Stargate now. Going double Stargate off of 3 bases, with one of the bases being very late. Really heavy investment into Arbiters.
Oh, sick mine.
Oh, wow. Man, sick mine indeed. Oh, that's really going to speed up KivA's attack here. He doesn't have to work through those units. Those units wouldn't be able to kill off KivA's forces, but it just means he can get in there even faster. Yo, he just killed his own observer. Did you see that?
No, I missed that one.
Oh man, he had his Dragoons all under the command center, but the observer was on top of the command center. So he attack moved the command center, but he accidentally clicked his own observer. So he killed the observer before he started attacking the command center. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Clearly,
we got a nice stasis on the top, and now I think he's going for the kill.
Oh yeah, definitely a very nice stasis. It's only hitting 2 tanks, but those tanks are in such a hard position for Protoss to deal with that's much better than any other stasis he could have gone for. A good decision there. And now Protoss is moving forward. Those Zealots, the Zealots are taken out by the mine, but there's enough Dragoons here. Are there enough Dragoons here to take out the rest of the tanks? No. He is going to back off. Did the Arbiter... Oh, the Arbiter didn't die. Okay, you just spent like 30 seconds trying to take out an SCV. That's cool.
That has been kind of a sloppy attack. When you play these macro zealot goon only style, you should try to move the zealots near to the tank and not just a move. Let the goon take care of the vultures and run through with the zealots to the tanks, which he hasn't done here. So the zealots died pretty fast, and he wasn't able to break through with goon only, obviously. So yeah,
all right,
pretty bit of a waste right there, but see how much of a game changer that is.
Yeah. Because KivA's been investing so much gas in Arbiters and Stargates and a lot of Dragoons, I guess, he has been able to get his upgrades. So he's only 30% done with his +1.
Oh yeah.
Compare that to Makin. He has +1 done on his Vultures, and his +1 armor is getting pretty close as well, with +2 attack having just started. So this is going to be a pretty nice upgrade advantage for Makin here.
Yeah, I like his position right now, with this last attack failing a little bit, and Makin also has a lot of idle probes, both at his natural, his third, and his main base getting mined out closely. I think the Terran is ahead right now, but I'm not sure. He has got a pretty good macro.
Yeah, I like the Terran's position, certainly as long as Protoss is on 3 bases. Protoss now setting up a 4th base. You know what? I want to get your opinion on this, Doty, because I see this like really common. When a player goes 2 Stargate Arbiter, then I see a lot of games where Protoss has 5 Arbiters, and Protoss is about to have 5 Arbiters now, and it just gets to the point where it's like, well, what the hell do I do with 5 Arbiters? It's like I can stasis his entire army, but then his entire army is invincible and I can't do anything.
Yeah, what you first of all you shouldn't do if you have that much, put him all at one spot, which the Protoss does right now. Man. Okay, now he's splitting them.
It's a hallucinate recall, but with no hallucinations! They're just all going in! Oh, recall 1, but it lands on a mine. They're all so damaged. EMP does nothing because they all were out of shields anyway. And man, the one mine, literally there was one mine in the entire main, and KivA landed on it squarely.
Oh, another one.
Oh. Wow. Second recall coming in. This time it's pure zealots. So
yeah, and even a shadow with zealots in it. So
yeah, typically not the best of recall options. Just because when the zealots get aggroed by the tank, they all move down like this and they stop attacking the buildings. And they have a harder time getting through this packed area, mine hitting a bunch of vultures.
But you had a point right there. Before you decide to recall, especially in the late game, you should send an observer in the main base in order to see where the mines lay, and you don't recall in them. So that's always very important.
You know, I like how Makin goes, well, one mine completely shut down that recall. Better lay one more mine. Alright, recall defense taken care of. I have a mine. Everything's fine. He has absolutely no chance. And ooh, I don't know. Okay, the observer definitely sees these SCVs transferring, and the observer's now following them. So that will tip off KivA that Makin has also taken a 4th. Nice little bit of a lucky move there. I guess it's not lucky having the observer there. It would have been lucky if the shuttle had just barely caught it, but losing the observer. But KivA will know. It's a matter of can KivA do anything about it. He now does have a lot of high Templars. We could... No, if he just goes with the High Templars, we could totally see a storm on the SCVs, just walking them in. There's no defense there. Other than a couple of mines on the... Well, I guess they'd have to deal with those mines coming in from either direction.
Yeah. Yeah, getting back to your question, I think 5 is a good number of arbiters for PvT, but I
Really?
A buddy of mine who used to play had like 10 or 15 arbiters in PvT, and like you mentioned, he only was able to stasis everything but couldn't kill it. So you shouldn't go too crazy on building arbiters, but 5 is a good number, I think, but you shouldn't do a lot more.
Well, KivA has 5 arbiters and is now transitioning into carriers. So 5 arbiters plus carriers.
That can be very sick if you use them right.
Yeah, use them right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that's like Korean pro gamer house. Like a bunch of really high level players all sitting around one day, and it's like, yo, 5 arbiters plus carrier would be the sickest unit competition ever if you just had infinite APM. And they're all like, no, you can't do that. That's just not possible for a human to do. But KivA's gonna try, man. You gotta stasis all of the Goliaths and micro your carriers at the same time.
But what I'm realizing in this game is the Protoss have so much probes idling. It's at least 10 supply, which isn't doing nothing. So don't know if that is too bad, but he got 4 in his main base doing nothing. At his now this he did move, but 2 at his third.
5 arbiters going in. You gotta separate them so they don't get EMP'd.
Yes.
The EMP. Where's the EMP? No EMP. The arbiters.
No, wow.
Oh, there's EMP.
And that's it.
Those arbiters had way too much time to stasis things, and nothing was stasised.
Yeah.
Alright, but it's fine, because he doesn't have any anti-air, so 5 arbiters.
Well, these Goliaths.
Yeah, go and snipe those science vessels. This is why I think the 5 arbiters are a little bit too excessive. Because this seems to happen a lot. Where it's just like 5 arbiters shooting at shit. But here come the carriers. He didn't lose any of his 5 arbiters, which is good. Because if it was 4 arbiters and then carriers on top, it's terrible. But 5 arbiters, we might just have something. Seriously, he should stasis the tanks to give his carriers more time to kill the vultures. And then they can go and focus on the tanks after they get more interceptors. Oh wait, they all get EMP'd. That's right, Gant. Man, we need some like energy transfusal between the arbiters. Because like collectively they have 250 energy.
Yeah.
If you could just like put them all on the same arbiter.
But which is interesting, meanwhile the Terran is pushing the expansion from the Protoss. It's like the second last one he has left right now.
Yep.
So that's going to be pretty important.
And it's not going to be a very big jump from taking out this base to just poking up here and taking out Terran or Protoss's last base. So Protoss needs to make something happen with his carriers and his arbiters. 19 probes. Apparently my multi-kill does work. I don't know if it was actually 19 probes, but the carriers... Oh, the carriers have a lot of Goliaths to deal with. Loses 1 arbiter, but that's fine. There's 4 more. 3 more. There are 3 more arbiters. Scan! Oh, the carriers are out in the open! Carriers are out in the open and taking a lot of fire. There's only 4 carriers left, and now the arbiters are taking fire! The arbiters are all relatively weak. They've taken a lot of damage, and Goliaths do so much damage to arbiters so quickly. Especially in that number. Yeah, KivA's has some problems right now. Alright. So, Arbiter's moving down. Why he isn't using the carriers to take out those tanks? Dunno. But that's fine. I guess the carriers are going down bottom left to try to take out this expansion that the observer just saw.
Oh, we got some Goliaths in the middle. If he doesn't care about his arbiters, yeah, they're probably going to get EMP'd right now. And boom.
There we go. EMP going down. They all are. Two of them were one shot away. This one is a little bit more than one shot away, but no, is going to be able to get out of there. The carriers are now heading down bottom left. There are a couple of turrets up, but nothing the carriers can't take out pretty quickly here. So, A moving in with the carriers. He'll be able to do some damage here before the Goliaths could get back down. But the issue is he needs to prevent Terran from taking out his only mining base. Which I don't see how that's going to happen. Is going to take out the command center. Eventually, it doesn't look like any of the SCVs are repairing.
Wow, come on.
Nope, just let that burn. That's fine.
Come on.
That's fine. Don't take out any of the SCVs either. That'd be too good. No, he just needs to take out all the turrets and then leave.
Wow.
I don't even know. Alright. So now, he found more turrets for his interceptors to feast on. He is determined to get a really high building kill score, so he needs to go after all these low health buildings right now. Really pump that up. Make his loss look a little bit better on the score screen. Did you just lose a carrier? I couldn't quite. No, didn't lose a carrier. He just lost an interceptor. But he only has 6 carriers. And after killing all the turrets, he's just gonna run away again. That's cool. Coming back here, maybe there were more turrets built, but no, there were not. Alright. It looks like Terran didn't even bother to take out the last mining base. Terran's just going after the main. So, I don't think he's going to be able to get those last 2 carriers out before everything dies. And then it's just up to 6 carriers. 6 carriers to make this game. 5 carriers. Well, I guess with none of the Terran units moving forward. Oh, that Stargate got unpowered. He almost got that carrier out. Almost. It's like, seriously, that carrier is completely warped in except for the cup holders. But no, he doesn't have the cup holders, so he cannot bring that out. We would never disgrace our noble Protoss race to have a carrier without cup holders. Instead, we will allow it to burn. Alright. And I mean, yeah, he just doesn't have enough carriers. I think he lost the one carrier that he did manage to make out of there because I don't see it around on the map. There we go. GG from KivA. Makin is 9-0. Will definitely advance.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites right now to win everything.
Pretty solid. Pretty
Yeah.
solid play. Not perfectly refined, but